There is no doubt in my mind that if my abuser was able to get their hands on a gun, the stab wound on my chest that I look at every morning would have been a gunshot wound, and I would not be standing in front of you all today.
Domestic abuse survivor Taria Stanley joined other gun safety advocates outside the U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday to urge the justices to uphold a law that makes it a crime for people under domestic violence restraining orders to have guns. Inside the court, the justices appeared inclined to do so, as they heard arguments in an appeal by the Biden administration after a lower court struck down the federal law as a violation of the Constitution's Second Amendment.
Responsible presents all sorts of problems.
Some of the conservatives on the court, including Chief Justice John Roberts, at times questioned whether people who are not law-abiding and responsible may be barred from possessing guns. But some of their questions signaled openness to finding the law in harmony with the right to keep and bear arms by applying a standard that would disarm people deemed dangerous.
You don't have any doubt that your client's a dangerous person, do you?
Your Honor, I would want to know what dangerous person means.
Well, it means someone who's shooting, at people. That's a good start.
That's fair.
The case involves Zaki Rahimi, a Texas man who pleaded guilty to illegally possessing guns while under a restraining order for assaulting his girlfriend. Prosecutors said he participated in 5 shootings in 2020 and 2021, but the Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals threw out his guilty plea and prison sentence. Solicitor General Elizabeth Prelogar, representing the Biden administration, made the point early on that the presence of a gun increases the likelihood a domestic abuse incident will turn deadly.
Guns and domestic abuse are a deadly combination. As this court has said, all too often, the only difference between a battered woman and a dead woman is the presence of a gun. Armed abusers also pose grave danger to police officers responding to domestic violence calls and to the public at large, as Zaki Rahimi's own conduct shows.
The top court has taken an expansive view of the Second Amendment and has broadened gun rights in 3 landmark rulings since 2008. But Professor Joseph Blocher of Duke University School of Law said that the questions from justices indicated that they were receptive to the government's argument.
Based on what we heard today, I would be surprised if the government doesn't win in one way or another. That is, I would be surprised if the court lets the Fifth Circuit's decision stand as it is written today. And I base that, on the questions from Justice Gorsuch, Justice Kavanaugh, the Chief Justice, Justice Barrett. I think just putting all of them together gets to 7 justices at least who seemed pretty sympathetic with the government's argument about dangerousness.
A ruling in Tuesday's case is expected by the end of June.